Hi everyone! In this video, I want to tell you a little bit more about our semester-long project, which is our Green Technology Project. So in addition to learning a whole host of different things about environmental science, so all of the topics that we sort of have to get a general understanding of what's going on in the world and how humans are impacting this environment, I also want you to have an opportunity to learn about some solutions to these problems. So what are some things that are actually being done to help with problems of pollution, to help with global warming and climate change, to help with getting people access to clean water? So it's one thing to sort of learn about all of these problems that the world is facing, but we also need the flip side of that. We need to know that there are some solutions out there, and there are. And that's where this project comes in, the Green Technology Project. A lot of the things that are being developed or are under development right now are these very exciting projects that can really make a difference and have an impact on the natural world. So they're things that reduce our resources, and they are things that can show us a path towards a new type of energy. So I'm generally lumping all of these things together and calling them green technologies. So green, again, just meaning environmentally friendly. Some of these things are not necessarily new. We have had green technologies for a while now. So if you think of electric cars, for example. Electric cars are a type of green technology. They're not necessarily new, they've been around, but we know that electric cars help to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels, for example. So that is a solution to a problem that we face, right? Wind turbines would be another thing. So generating green, clean forms of energy, right? So these are all examples of what we would consider green technologies, and there are lots of these. So if you look and do sort of an internet search for any type of clean green technology, you'll see a whole host of things that come up. And what I'd like you to do this semester is I would like you to pick one of these technologies, and I'd like you to create some type of presentation. So there's more information about the project here in our course materials folder. So we're in our, actually, let me turn this on the way you all see it. We're in our Green Technology presentation folder. And what you'll see is there's a couple of different things here. I have an overall information document about the project, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. I also have due dates for the different parts of the project. So we're gonna break this up into different pieces. So you're gonna give me a brainstorm first, hear all the things that I might talk about. Then you're gonna give me an outline of your project. So this is what I chose, and here's the information I found about it. And then you're gonna present your project itself. And then there are also two evaluations as part of this: a peer evaluation where you get to look at somebody else's project, and then a self-evaluation where you evaluate how you did, right? I also have a breakdown of each of the assignments, so there's more information about what I expect in each of these, and then also the grading rubric, so how I'm going to be grading your project. So let's take a look at this document here, this Green Tech Project Fall of 2020. And what I have here is I have, again, the basics about this assignment. This project is worth 75 points total, so this is not quite as equal weight as one of your exams would be, but it is fairly close. So this is definitely a project that you are going to want to make sure that you are contributing to the pieces of this, because this will make up a fairly significant part of your grade, and not doing any of this project could be hurtful. And in addition, this is sort of, again, the action portion of this class, right? So we find out what's going on in our world, and we're kind of like, oh, what can we do about all these problems? Here's where that action piece comes in. Oh, these are really great things that we can find out about, and if there's a way to support them. And those are the types of things that we're looking for, right? Practical solutions. So you get to choose a topic. And again, the idea behind these topics is I want them to be about something that is relatively new and sort of what I'm calling emerging in the fields of green technology. So I don't want projects about electric cars. Sorry, car folks. electric cars aren't new. They've been around for a while, so I don't want something about electric cars. I would also say that windmills are probably not a good topic either, or excuse me, wind turbines, unless there's something brand new, that a new type of design or a new something that they're using that's different in wind turbines that's gonna make them better. That's fine. But just to talk about turbines because they generate green electricity is not what I'm looking for here. Again, we're looking for cutting edge stuff. We're looking for stuff that has recently been developed and has the ability, if it can be deployed on a large, massive scale, to really make an impact. So that's why electric cars and wind turbines don't quite fit that category. They're already out there. Sure, we could use more of them, but I want to hear about other things, right? Things that people aren't familiar with. That's the idea here. So think of things that people might not know about. People know about electric cars and wind turbines, but they might not know about whatever this happens to be. So you fill in those blanks. So what you'll do is you'll choose that topic, then you're going to create a presentation. And I'm extremely flexible on what this presentation looks like. There's no set template or format you have to use. Lots of ideas I have for you. You can create a short video, just using your iPhone and talking to us on your iPhone or your smartphone or whatever it happens to be. Create a little video. That would be great, 3 to 5 minutes. You can create a PowerPoint presentation if you would like. If you do a PowerPoint presentation though, I would still like audio narration, right? So I want to hear you talk about what's on the slides, okay? You can write a paper if you want. So if you are the type of person who does very well with the written word and that's your field, well, write us a paper and tell us all about this green technology that you found out. Or if you're more of a visual person, you can create some sort of visual medium. So it can be a poster, for example, or it can be a idea board, or it can be, if you want to draw something, if you're an artist and you want to illustrate what your green technology would look like if it was actually sort of used, or some of the impacts that it could have, that would be great too. So the great thing about this project is there's a ton of flexibility in the actual mode of presentation. So I will have a little bit more specific guidelines later on. So for example, if you do a PowerPoint presentation, it'll need to be so many slides. And if you do a video, it will need to be so many minutes long, and a paper will need to be this long. So I'll give you those details at a later date. But right now, I just want you to think about maybe what you might want to do. You don't have to commit to anything now, but just keep it in mind. And then again, you're going to be evaluated on several different sort of parts of this project. So the reason I'm bringing this all up now is because in week 4, your first assignment for the green technology project is due, and it's your topic brainstorm. So in the learning modules in week 4, here under assignments, you'll see the green technology brainstorm, topic brainstorm. So here's what I'm looking for. Try to come up with 3 possibilities. If you 100% know that this is the topic you want to do, tidal energy, whatever it happens to be, and you're like 100%, this is what I'm doing, I don't need any other ideas, that's fine. You can just say, I love this, this is what I'm going to do. That's great. Along with each idea, give me a very brief description of what it is. So if you write down tidal energy, okay, you should explain to me what tidal energy is. So tidal energy is the energy of the motion that the waves create. You can harness that motion and turn it into energy, right? So give me an explanation of what it is too. It only has to be a few sentences. I don't need a whole lot of detail yet. What I'm really looking for again is just the beginnings of an idea. So during this week, you'll send that brainstorm out to me. I'll give you feedback. If there are topics that I think that might be more appropriate than others, I'll let you know. If they're all good, then I'll say, hey, great, choose any of these. All of these look great. But this is the first part that you're going to want to tackle. And again, the brainstorm shouldn't take very long, maybe 15 to 20 minutes of an online search, just looking at some of these different types of technologies. And again, try to pick something you're interested in. So if if poverty and hunger sort of appeal to you as a social topic that you really want to see something happen with, for example, there are all kinds of programs and projects designed to make food easier to grow in different parts of the world. That would be a technology that you could highlight. You could say, oh, hey, we're really trying to help people in sub-Saharan Africa have better luck with drought-resistant crops, and here's the things they're developing. So try to think of this project from the viewpoint of this is something that I'm interested in, a topic that I'm interested in. It'll make it a lot easier to research and put together this project versus something that you just sort of randomly pick because you know you have to do it. So if you can tie it into an interest you have, it makes it all the more better. So that's it for sort of this, again, very general overview of the Green Technology Project. Once again, all of this information can be found in course materials under Green Technology Presentation. And I do encourage you to also read the assignment breakdown document that I have, just so you can get some more information about what I'm looking at for the different steps of this project. Good luck, everybody.